I'm Don Hall with Hallmark Cards, located here in Kansas City. It's a family business. My brother and I, who are now leading the business, grew up on it. We are in 100 countries with the Hallmark brand and in 25 different languages. We feel that life is a special occasion, and we want to be there to help people celebrate their life with each other. My grandfather came to Kansas City in 1910 when he was 18 years old. He started selling people's postcards lines. But the thing that was really different about my grandfather was that he talked to the customers. He talked to the retailers because they knew what the consumer was looking for. On the Saturdays, in his room at the YMCA, where his home and office was, he would lay all this out and try to evaluate what was meeting the needs and what wasn't. And I think it was that thirst to try to serve the consumer that propelled him to realize that the postcards he was selling weren't always meeting the needs that the shoppers were looking for. As a result of that, very quickly, the first thing he did is hired a number of artists to begin creating product that would better meet the needs of people. Then he began with his first retail store. In the very earliest days, my grandfather was interested to know whether people would like to have decorative packages. Back in that day, nobody did anything other than wrap things in brown paper. But he had this wonderful envelope lining stock that had just arrived from France that he was using inside of envelopes in his greeting cards. And he thought, what if we were to package a present around that wonderful design? And it invented what we know today as gift wrapping. Those are the lessons that always drive us back to our core, that allows us to think about how do we become more innovative? How do we really help meet those important needs that people have? There's a great letter between my grandfather and Walt Disney. And Walt Disney had just launched Steamboat Willie. My grandfather wrote him and was complimenting him on the great character and trying to convince Walt Disney that they should do a product line together with the Disney characters. And Walt was saying, oh, that's really nice, Joyce, but nobody would really like to see a mouse on greeting cards. My grandfather said, well, I just took my son to the movie, and he thinks it would be pretty good. And I think Dad was 6 at the time. So I think Dad was involved at the very beginning of those relationships. He really understood the product, understood our customers, understood and had a great vision for what the brand could become. We're in a number of businesses, but the one overarching umbrella with our business is that we believe that we're helping people connect with one another. We feel that we're really in the relationship business, but with that brand lens, which is the consistent glue. We are in greeting cards and gift wrap, but we also are able to create stories. The Hallmark Hall of Fame is over 50 years in existence and gave us the insight and the permission to take the brand to television, which brings stories to life. It helped propel us to acquire Crayola. So we see that that brand lens is connective to a whole lot of businesses. We look forward to our future being a 100-year-old company. The things that give us the confidence in that future come back to the importance of creativity and innovation, the ability to understand and express human emotion, the ability to take a very consistent brand perspective to the consumer in new and fresh ways. And I think the thing that all of us feel is that common sense of responsibility to step up and deliver something better every time we do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome Jeff Zandy to receive on behalf of Don Hall Jr. the 2013 Icon Lifetime Achievement Honor.
first I was going to say, how do you follow Peter Frampton? But after George got up there, I'm going to follow George. And I did have a couple words prepared. I'm going to wing it as I sat and I watched that video, because I hadn't seen that video until this evening. And for those of you that have had an opportunity to meet either Don or his dad or his brother Dave, the humbleness with which you saw in that video is as sincere as the day is long. And I can tell you it's with deep regret that Don isn't here to accept this award himself from this amazing group of people and you folks and all those that have kind of supported our product line over the years. And so on behalf of Don, I accept this award on behalf of he and the halls and employees both past and present, and probably most importantly is our retailers, some of which are in this room tonight with us that have supported the brand and made the Hallmark brand what it is worldwide. So with that, thank you very much.